This is Kathy from Gadget Stop 321, and today I'm going to be revisiting Krishna's Lyrebird Green. I tried this the other day in my Lamy CP1 with a stainless steel medium nib, and it was just unremarkable is the best way I can describe it. First of all, I was trying it with all these other beautiful green inks, and Lyrebird Green is obviously blue. And so that was kind of one strike against it. And it looks like it has the potential to demonstrate some nice shading, but this nib was just not doing it. I felt like it wasn't doing it any justice. So I'm going to try it in a couple different pens today. I've got my Lamy Logo with 14 karat extra fine nib. It's a really wet writer. I'm curious to see what it does for this ink. And I've got my Pilot 78G Plus with a fine nib. It's also a decently wet writer for a fine nib. And I've got my Pilot Pereira. It's almost out of ink. I've got it inked up with Ackerman Israel's Zablau. I was wanting to see it side by side with Lyrebird Green. And so let's take a look at a writing sample of each of these. I'm going to start with the logo. Let's see. There's a lot of ink going down on the page. Let's see what that looks like when it dries. While we're waiting for that to dry, I'll see how it looks in a fine nib. All right, it's looking pretty pale in that fine nib. I guess, let's see. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. It's flat. There's no shading when you put down that much ink, but I do like it better than in the stainless steel medium nib. Okay. Now let's see how it compares to this Ackerman Israel's Zablau, since this is supposed to be a green ink. Now this is almost out of ink. I hope it'll write for me. This has been a nice pen and ink pairing. Excuse me. Oh, my allergies are giving me problems. I will probably ink this pen back up with this same ink. Now it kind of blobbed out a lot of ink here at the beginning. I'm up in my study and it's starting to warm up here. That might have something to do with that. This is a cursive medium or a 1.0 stub. Let's get these pins over. Very, very similar, just a little more saturated, very similar to the Lyrebird Green. In fact, I've got my ink samples over here that I keep in a little ink sample book. Here's Lyrebird Green, and there's Israel's Zablau. This one's just got a hair more blue in it, but they both look blue. Neither one looks green. And I've also got Colorverse Pale Blue Dot here. Now I don't have a scribble. My scribble is down here. Pale Blue Dot, actually, let me put it beside. Pale Blue Dot is more green than Lyrebird Green. So it's an okay ink. I don't think I would recommend to anybody that, hey, you need to run out and try Lyrebird Green. It's an okay. Now I did say it was unremarkable, that there wasn't anything remarkable about this ink, but I've tried it in actually 4 different nibs now. The Lamy stainless steel fine and medium, and then the 14 karat extra fine and the pilot fine, and it felt really good in all of those. It's a really smooth writing ink, so that is something that it does have going for it. It's just the color doesn't really do anything for me, and the Lamy Logo is showing it at its best from my experiments. Now I do have a pilot medium nib coming in, so I would be curious to try it in that. Excuse me. I guess I guess that's all I have on that one. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I'm not going to be telling people, hey, you need to try Lyrebird Green, but Lyrebird Blue did look interesting, and if it performs as nicely in various nibs, like is a smooth writer, a nice consistent, not dry, not super wet, just a well-balanced writer, Lyrebird Blue, I will probably try a sample of that myself because it's a nice, vibrant, dark blue. Yeah, that one looks interesting. But Lyrebird Green just doesn't have enough green in it for me. All right, if you found this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel.